Brother Maynard, bring up the holy hand grenade. 1, 2, 5.
Please, sir.
3.
Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yeah. Tell 'em turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last warning, I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid of the storm that comes my way. When it hits, it shakes me too.
Morning. They're a little young.
That they are.
They look a little nervous.
Right, I need all flight crews to report to their designated areas immediately.
Major. Barlett. Sir.
Good morning. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day.
You get it? Did you get it?
Did you get it? It was a speech by
It was a joke, and it was funny, and at the same time, it actually rings slightly true.
I mean, it rings more true than most Independence Day speeches.
That's
That's the worst part about what just happened there.
that is so true.
Oh, welcome to the show, everybody.
Happy Independence Day. Y'all
Yes.
had enough. Y'all had enough barbecue?
I haven't actually. No, I need more.
Hamburger. I know. I was thinking that same thing. I've got some hamburgers and tater salad sitting in my fridge right now.
Ooh, I made some burgers earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good times.
Burgers. I got some steaks. I think there may be a hot dog or two in there. Oh, nothing says happy birthday, America like a hamburger and a hot dog and some explosions. I don't know. Y'all may hear a couple of them before the night's over with because they are lighting it up out here. And I'm in the middle of nowhere, so.
That's right. That's right.
People around me have gone down to south of the border outside of South Carolina and
Gotten their stuff.
Came back up here.
Yeah, well, I live in the ghetto, so most of the explosions during the rest of the year I can account to gunfire. Tonight, I don't know.
It could be both.
It could be one of each. So I don't know, but that's fine. You know, that's okay. Listen, guys, this is Defenders live on Mojo 50 Radio. Yes, we are live. Yes, it is Independence Day. And yes, Dylan did just get home in the rain.
Yes, on a motorcycle.
None less.
It was. And what was worse, it wasn't even so much what was coming out of the sky; it was what was coming off the ground, and that was because I didn't put any rain gear on, so I'm riding around. And there's nothing worse than being in wet jeans. I hate it. Oh my god, I hate jeans. So I did. I looked like I peed myself. It was pretty funny.
At least you know what's in your jeans.
I know it's in my jeans.
Good times.
Yo.
So it is Independence Day. There are many things going on. There are massive explosions happening right about now. It is the 9 o'clock hour on Eastern Time. So everything is exploding right now. In many, many ways.
We're not going down that route.
In D.C., they're holding a big deal, big shindig. They not only did they have a full-on military parade and everything else, but they also had a lot of speeches and concerts, and it was good. Apparently, there were a lot of good people out there. Other than John Stamos.
No, I didn't see this. Steven told me about it. I feel bad. Poor John Stamos is just trying to be relevant. I think.
Stop trying to be cool, bro.
He's trying to. Well, since they had, since this is the last season of the Fuller House on Netflix, he's going to be out of a job. Shows and whatnot on that show are going to end, and so he's trying to get back into the spotlight again, so he can, finish paying for his retirement. That's
True.
What I could be wrong. I mean, and nothing against the man. I wouldn't blame him, milk that cash cow for what it's worth. But I'm just saying.
I don't know. He looks like he has a very high maintenance wife.
Have you seen his hair? I think he is very high maintenance.
Probably so.
You can see him being high maintenance.
Probably
But going back to like the the military parade, and I haven't seen it. I get really worried about when you have parade and military together.
I'm not too weird. See, I am not as leery about it as you are. I understand where you're coming from with that, but it's just, you know what? Every now and again, you have to have a parade to show off a little bit. It's good. It's okay. It's fun times, You get the marching bands, you get the military parades, you get everybody representing, because there's a time in our society to where we did this on a regular basis. And it was just to show pride in the people that actually went out there and did their service.
You're right. No, and I give that part because I mean, it's been going on up until the Korean War, and then after that, everybody kind of trailed off, and that's when everybody's.
That's because during the Korean War and everything else, people got all pissed off about it and got all high and got all emo, and decided to start hating on all of our veterans, and that was the worst part about it.
Became emo before emo was cool.
Yeah,
The problem though is but that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen you're talking about a military parade, so you have a couple of a couple of battalions, a couple of air squadrons, different things like that. Okay, fine, cool. Maybe an airplane flyby, whatever. All right, nice. But when I hear military parade, I hear of tanks. I hear, and that's I saw a thing come across there as they actually had tanks in D.C. to be in this parade, and that kind of bothers me. I remember the parades. Even when I was a kid, like you said, you'd have a couple groups of the local people would, do their thing, and it's when you start bringing artillery and tanks into it, I'm weary. I'm a little bit leery of the whole situation.
And I get that, and that's okay. But
you heard it was beautiful.
Yeah. Well, so Trump came out and he hailed the brave men and women of the United States in the military speech on Independence Day. He said things like, and I quote, "We celebrate our history, our people, and our heroes who proudly defended the flag." And you know what? It's true.
That's true.
It is very true, and that's one of those things where they're defending the flag. Well, what are they defending by defending the flag? Well, the flag and what it represents are not only the people of this country, but all the freedoms and responsibilities that we have as citizens.
Yes.
The idea that we, the citizenry, which, by the way, the word citizen actually comes from the idea of co-ownership. So to be a citizen is to not be a lowly citizen. To be a citizen is a co-owner of our country. If you didn't know that, now you know.
If only more people would act and go by that kind of.
Right, and that's why you have a responsibility as a citizen to learn and educate yourself on our country, on our history, on our politics, on the way that we do the things that we do. Because if not, then you are ill-informed, and honestly, you're not responsible enough to actually do something and co-own. And so he was out there, saluting he did an event called Salute to America. He had all the people out there. He did say one thing, apparently. I've been told that he said that the men and women in Congress are working very hard. That was the one lie that people caught him on tonight. So there's that. But other than that, he was just,
Well, they're going to get one. They're always going to find one. I mean, and look, tomorrow morning they are going to beat the snot out of it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna beat this like a redheaded stepchild or like Sarah Jessica Parker. Both of which
beat it like an illegal circus monkey.
That's right. Also Sarah Jessica Parker. She's a horse.
A horse is a horse, of course. A horse.
Unless you're Sarah Jessica Parker. Sorry. It's a very easy joke, and it just kind of kept on going there.
Just keeps rolling off the tongue.
Yes. Just like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Ew! You want to get strike?
Maybe today I do. You know what else you guys need to do? You need to go over to PatriotMobile.com. Speaking of Patriots, speaking of 4th of July, Patriot Mobile is an amazing company run by veterans, and it is the only conservative cell phone company out there. At Patriot Mobile, a portion of your bill go to supporting not only gun rights, but religious liberties, immigration law, sanctity of life. They put your money where your heart is. Switching is very easy. You can join the thousands of members that are already saving money day in and day out. They have unlimited plans starting as low as $25 a month. Go check them out today at patriotmobile.com/mojo50. The promo code is come on over. It's 3 words, come on over. And that promo code will get you 1 free month of service on every new line that you put in for a limited time only. So that's patriotmobile.com/mojo50. Come on over as a promo code and check them out today, guys. They are an amazing company. They're doing exactly what you want them to do. Plus, it's all American. Everything is American. The people are American, and they're closed on Sundays, just like Chick-fil-A.
That's true.
So good times, great oldies. PatriotMobile.com.
Turn it up and rip the knob off.
That's right. Yes. Hot Rocket with an eye said to my Sarah Jessica Parker comments, nay.
That's
Thank you.
So bad. So bad.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed today.
All we needed. Just
so the events are still going on at the White House and over in D.C., but apparently there were some very unhappy folks.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Unhappy folks
on the 4th of July. Yeah.
Now, how can you have unhappy people on the 4th of July? Whatever can you be unhappy about?
Well, everything. You can be unhappy about having freedom. You can be unhappy about actually living in a place where you don't have to worry about the next meal that you have, or having clean water, or having a roof over your head, or a car, or a cell phone that's over $1,000 just to play video games on and text your friends and go to TikTok, 24/7. You can be upset about that.
Want to get striked?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's raise fisticuffs right now.
We're gonna take it outside, okay?
We're gonna take it outside. We're gonna take it outside.
Apparently, and I don't understand why people do this real fast. So a group of liberal protesters chose to celebrate the anniversary of America's founding on the 4th of July in an unconventional manner. They're yeah. They decided that the best best way to celebrate the founding of America is by burning the American flag.
Of course, that is definitely the best way.
Because that nothing says happy birthday America, thank you for the freedoms and everything else, like being able to have the freedom to burn a flag than to burn the flag. Progressives were protesting outside the White House against the president, whose planned Independence Day parade happened today, as we had mentioned. The glorious parade featured M1 Abrams tanks and a robust presence of American forces. So I have a thing that I want to throw out there real fast. And has anybody have you been to the White House before?
No.
Okay. So
nah.
Like, I don't even mean like I don't know if you
I've been to DC. I've been to DC, obviously, but I haven't gone to the White House, or I haven't been in front of the White House.
Yeah, no, okay. So I went and did that once, and it's it's a huge, like, there's nobody pays attention. Does he really think that, like, did they really think, oh, look, we're gonna burn it from the White House? He's not there.
He was at a parade, guys.
That was in the news. That was everywhere. He didn't see it.
He didn't see it until he saw it in the news later.
I know. He was like, he probably was at the thing, looked at his phone, went, stupids, click, and kept on. He wasn't there. Why? You morons. I'm just saying.
If you're going to protest like that, at least make sure the person is there that you're protesting.
Right. And I mean, but they do. Like, people have all kinds of dumb stuff out in front of the White House all the time, especially since Trump's been in office. All kinds of dumb stuff, all kinds of somebody protesting this, that, or the third. And there's always, just usually one or two yahoos for one thing or another. But again, how about you pick a that's kind of the key, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Location.
Yeah.
I get that, they use that adage for buying houses, but, or businesses. I think it would apply to protesting as well, because you're going to turn around and burn a flag in front of a house that the guy's not even home at. And at least you should have. I would think you should have. The mob goes on to engage in anti-American chants, repeating that, quote, America was never great, end quote, and claiming that the nation represented, quote, slavery, genocide, and war.
Let's get this straight. I want to stop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, I was going to anyway.
Yeah, but let's get this straight.
Uh-huh.
One of the key factors of America seceding from the UK was slavery.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the South. I'm not talking about the Civil War. I'm talking about America as the colonies. Slavery was an issue. We wanted to get away from it. We wanted to get away from the from the king controlling us and telling us that we had to take their slaves.
Yep. Might I add, too, we were the first country to abolish slavery.
Yeah, you guys don't understand. Liberals don't understand this because they see every other country imitating us for the past 200 years.
Yeah, it's.
The Constitution of America is over 200 years old. Okay.
Yep.
The average constitution of any other country is a maximum 17 years. Every other country in the world that has a quote-unquote constitution lasts 17 years at maximum.
That's not even a full generation.
And then they change policy, they change dictators, they change everything else, and that's just what it does.
And and remember, this is a full change. This is not like what we do in America, where we put out a new amendment here, or we do another. We're making laws. We're not adding to the Constitution or to the Bill of Rights. We're doing, you know what I mean? We're doing other stuff. We're making just general laws as a whole. We're talking about them. It's a full, almost in some cases, 180-degree turn, complete change up.
Yeah,
it's insane. And I'm sorry, but slavery, genocide, and war. Slavery is still going on today, all over the world, including in America. Just just not against one set race anymore. And not for nothing, it wasn't like one set race last time. It's just last time when it all went down, one race was a little bit easier to get a hold of. Why? Because everyone was coming out of that region.
Right. Everyone was coming out.
And it was a whole lot easier at that time to be able to go walk into an indigenous place with way stronger firepower to go, I'm taking you with me, like it or not.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And then things just grew and developed. Genocide. I'm sorry. People make mistakes. That doesn't mean we all make mistakes. I hate to tell you this. Everyone, every human has made a mistake. Are we supposed to just write ourselves off because of the one mistake that you've done?
No, because everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to fail.
Genocide. Look, you do something wrong. Yes, it's wrong. We will condemn it. We will talk. It's wrong, but it's what you do after that that makes the difference. In America, you could say genocide. Look at the Trail of Tears. Look at all this stuff. Yes, bad stuff. But look at what we've done after. We've become better. We've worked to be better. We've worked to make amends. Half-ass in some cases, but we still work to get there. Still human. We're going to get there. But you can't sit here and go, oh, well, America sucks and blah, 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 because of slavery and genocide and war, which is found in every single other country on earth. Except in every other country but America, you can't protest and burn their nation's flag like you did in America today.
Remember when we talked about Hong Kong and there being a revolt for democracy? Yeah, that was crushed, guys.
Yeah. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
You can't just grandstand in the middle of Hong Kong and be like, we want democracy. We want it now. No, you can't do that. Or where it would be in Chinese, but still, you can't do that.
So close. You were almost like right
I know.
there.
I was so just...
The dialect was a tad off. But.
Thank you. I'm working on it. All right, I'm working on it. And but at the same point in time, you can't do that and then think that no matter what, you're gonna be fine. You know, going into it that you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna be damaged. Things are gonna happen to you, and there's not gonna be anybody to save your butt.
Nope. I really get tired of these people. And they're going to always be there. We're not going to change it per se. Some of these people are knowingly ignorant and some of them are just ignorant. And it saddens me either way.
Right. And that is the biggest issue. They're knowingly ignorant or they just want to be ignorant.
Yes, because apparently ignorance is fun.
Right.
Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Ignorance is bliss. But you know what is actually kind of blissful?
What's that?
Using and utilizing CBD oils to help support your system.
I heard it can do all kinds of.
It can do all sorts of things. Maybe you have brain fog. Maybe you've got joint problems. Maybe you've got nerve issues. Maybe you got the shakes, like that one guy that had the major issues and what is it, Parkinson's? He had Parkinson's issues, and it actually calms down the nerves enough for you to do something like as simple as holding a pen or picking up a cup without spilling. CBD oils are amazing in how they work and react inside of your body. And you can get them now over at mojo50.com. Go to mojo50.com/shop. Use the promo code DEFENDERS, and you can get 15% off the price of your CBD oils. They're from KBMD. That's Ken Brown, MD. He's the same guy that brought you Atrantil and all the rest of it. He has now got into the CBD oil section. We're selling it directly to you guys. Mojo50.com/shop. Search for the CBD oils. Get $15 off the price. My wife uses it. It's been clearing up a lot of the brain fog and issues that she has there.
Yeah, buddy.
It's something there. It's worth trying out. It's worth taking the risk.
I'm going to be getting some myself here in about 2 weeks.
And by the way, when I say risk, I mean there is no risk at all. There's no risk. So why not try it?
Why not? What do you have to lose?
A couple bucks. That's about it.
Well, I was going to say, and the issues and symptoms that you're dealing with, maybe? Or, like you said, a couple bucks. I mean, okay, so you take it and come to find out, it doesn't work.
Right. A couple bucks, it doesn't work, whatever, sure, no problem. Mojo50.com/shop. Promo code DEFENDERS. Get you $15 off the price when you go. We'll be right back after this. Hi, Mom.
What?
My mom's on Facebook.
Oh, hi, Mom.
She's talking in the comment thread.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Apparently, she wants me to get her the CBD oils. I might do that too.
Yeah.
Bring some samples down.
Yeah. Yes, Lep, I know. Yes. We're at the halfway point.
What?
All I just said was damn already.
For the break? Yeah, I know.
Oh, we know.
We know. It happened so fast.
We know. You're nuts.
We understand, man. We're in the same boat. Like, really? That quick? All right.
It's just, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Getting there. We'll get there.
We'll get there someday. What was it? Did they do the Blue Angels flyover? I don't know. Did they do the Blue Angel flyover? They usually do.
For Trump's thing, I would assume so.
Uh-huh.
Assume so. Fly the missing man and Blue Angels.
Yep. Apparently, my mom is now demanding that I get it. She said no might about it. No might about it.
Demand. Well.
That's fine. I'll take care of it. I'll get you some soon.
Pitter patter, little boy. Pitter patter.
I will get some. I will get some. It will be there. No Blue Angels. No Blue Angels. Okay. Thank you. She also watched the live feed of the performance. So.
Yay!
Oh man, let me see here. There's a bunch of people going on the MeWe stuff. All right.
Yeah. Nobody is on Twitter tonight.
Nobody on Twitter, guys. Nobody on the Twitter. That's fine. That's cool, actually. That makes it easier for us to keep up.
No, I'm looking through Facebook, so I'm trying to.
All right. Shh.
The mighty Mojo 50.
Defenders Live, Mojo 50 Radio. By the way, we didn't mention this earlier. You can find us on the Twitters.
Yes, this is not the first time we've done this. We need to add that, I think, to the
bottom down here, to the Chiron.
So that way people can be privy to it. Yes, you can find us on all the social medias. That would be at DOAE Show.
Or as if you like to pronounce things, it's at DOAE Show.
Yeah. But it's actually an acronym. It's for Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
Right.
But you'll also see it as Defenders Live. Go to all the social medias. You can find us there. Also use the hashtag #ArmYourselves. That way we know that you're talking to us specifically, and it's easier for us to find you. Also go to DOAEshow.com, and you can pick up all kinds of shirts and Jackhole Nation gear, and you can get our stuff. You can check out all of the archives, video and audio. And believe me, you want something to do on a crappy rainy night?
Go back through our archives.
Go back now, and you know what? Just for fun, on being 4th of July weekend, I would say that I would ask that everybody go back and watch our very first Facebook Live,
the one from us together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go to the DOA Show, the Defenders page, over on the Facebook. It's DOA Show
on our website.
Yeah, it's also on our website. That's the audio only, but if you want to see the video, we have the video feed of us on there.
Video should be there too.
It might have gotten stored away, but either way, it is there.
Go watch that. I'm telling you,
it was horrible.
Oh,
so bad.
It literally was a
look. We were in the same room and it was bad. Like
it got better when we ended this, but beginnings were
whole buddy.
So y'all watch that this weekend and Monday, or no, maybe Friday. If y'all get let's do Monday. And Monday we'll bring it back up and see
who did it.
Maybe open up the phone lines and let everybody laugh at us about it.
There you go. That'd be the best thing to do. So Salon apparently attacked the Declaration of Independence.
No, I'm sorry, but you said Salon.
Yeah, Salon News. Salon.
Yeah. Well, the term news is
it's
rather
very, very loose term on news, but
very loose. They put out a tweet apparently
Mm-hmm.
Despite its positive impact on history.
Right.
That's just the first
Wait.
phrase.
Oh,
Despite its positive impact on history,
Mm-hmm.
the hashtag Declaration of Independence
Uh-huh.
was also a product of its time
Uh-huh.
and bears some of the shortcomings of its era,
Mm-hmm.
including racism,
Mm.
sexism,
Mm-hmm.
and prejudice
Mm-hmm.
against hashtag Native Americans, hashtag 4th of July, hashtag Independence Day, salon.com.
All the other word garbage.
Yeah, it rolled into when hashtag Independence Day, and then it went salon.com, and then whatever the URL for the link to this particular news article that they did.
Let me. Can I do this real quick? I just, this is later down in the sheet here, but I'm just. I want to go ahead and give this response and just there.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Calvin Coolidge said this on the anniversary of the Declaration's ratification in 1926.
Mm-hmm.
About the Declaration, there is a finality that is exceedingly restful. It is often asserted that the world has made a great deal of progress since 1776, that we have had new thoughts and new experiences which have given us a great advantage over the people of that day, and that we may, therefore, very well discard their conclusions for something more modern. But that reasoning cannot be applied to this great charter. If all men are created equal, that is final. If they are endowed by inalienable rights, that is final. If the governments derive their powers from the consent of the governed, that is final. No advance, no progress can be made beyond those propositions. If anyone wishes to deny their truth or their soundness, the only direction in which he can proceed historically is not forward, but backward, toward the time when there was no equality, no rights of the individual, no rule of people. Those who wish to proceed in that direction cannot lay claim to progress. They are reactionary. Their ideas are not more modern, but more ancient than those of the Revolutionary Fathers. That pretty much sums it up. I'm done. Done with this crap. Salon.com. And all of their crap. And at Salon over on the Twitters.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand how you can sit there and try and say, well, it was prejudice against Native Americans. Well,
it was prejudice against it was racist because of the 3/5 clause. Do you know why they put the 3/5 clause in there? That was a forced issue. That was to make sure that the southern states actually would sign the damn thing.
Yes.
That's what that was for. It was to make sure that they would sign it. And the entire point was, we are going to put this in here knowing that eventually we can get rid of it.
Yes. That was progressivism.
Right. Sexism. Right. Sexism. Okay, all men are created equal. That means mankind, you freaking moron.
Yeah. I'm tired, and I wish people, and I know it's not just our side, but people have got to start waking up and saying, all right, enough is enough. I'm tired of your whining and nitpicking. You know damn well that did not mean just men, And okay, so there had to be a thing later about, the giving the women the right to vote, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we're at a point now where every American, everybody in this country now, actually, I can't even say American, everybody in this country is more free than anyone outside of it ever. And for all time. You're never going to find a more free, and yet we sit and we bitch because it's not perfect.
Right.
Well, guess what? It's never going to be perfect.
If we had a government that was made in perfection,
It would
be run by God.
Ding.
And God alone. We have a government run by people. There are going to be faults. There are going to be compromise. There's going to have to be places where it doesn't look perfect because there's no other way around it.
Yeah, you're going to have moments where man is going to screw up.
Because man will constantly do that.
Yep. Because they are going to get in there and, I'll take this one bribe this one time because it won't hurt anything. And then next thing you know, there's corruption. It happens. And it is hard to get cleaned out. But when people, and I'm talking about all of us, that includes me and Steven and you and everyone listening.
Yeah, everybody.
If you don't do your due diligence and do what your job and your responsibility is, to elect people who are actually have some kind of, I don't know, semblance of character, maybe, who are actually going to do the right thing.
Character?
I know. That's a 4-letter word around here nowadays.
It's a very long 4-letter word. It's a very long 4-letter word.
But if you're not going to do that, then you can't sit here and complain about, that was this thing's wrong and it was racism and blah, 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 blah. Well, of course there is. What are you doing? Again, it's not what happens when it happens. It's what happens after.
Right. And
make a mistake.
The people who made the Declaration of Independence were beyond their years. They saw the issues that would come up. They knew the corruption of man. They went and they looked at all ancient and current to the time forms of government. They went through all of the text. They went through the entire Bible. They went through the Bible. Yeah, read the freaking documents, dude. And then go read the Bible, and you'll notice that they use a lot of the same language.
That's true.
Read it. It's there, okay? You can't take one out and say that it's not. Because it's just not part. It's all one big thing. Okay, it's all conducive. It all has to work. Our government does not work for an unjust or an immoral people.
Yep.
The only reason why it's worked for 200 years is because we understand that man has to govern himself with a moral compass.
Yes, and man is fallen.
Right.
Man makes mistakes.
Right.
So guess what? There's going to be times where something bad is going to happen. There's going to be moments where somebody does something. And instead of actually, I don't know, blaming the system or blaming the process or blaming the government or whatever as a whole, how about let's deal with the individual and at the individual level.
Right. Because it's the best way you can handle it.
Well, it's the only way to handle it, because if you start blaming everybody, for stuff that goes on, if I turn around, I don't know, if I start selling weed cookies out of my house and I don't tell anybody that they're weed cookies and I start selling them to little kids.
And they take it and they get high off of the weed cookies.
Yes. This is something that I am doing.
And that's your fault.
That is my fault. Should Steven be, criticized for it whenever, for when he goes on the air?
No,
should Mojo be blamed for it? And now we know it does happen.
Dylan.
Yeah, and people will do that. People will say, but
you're associated with that person. Well, exactly. You know what? I can't control that person.
Guilty by association, exactly. And I understand that there are people who think that way, but you can't do that.
Right. And you also
we just have to start taking things and deal with them in that moment.
Right.
With that individual. And that's how you proceed. You don't blame all the white people for slavery, because newsflash, it wasn't all white people who had slaves. Ask Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Ask Kamala Harris and her lineage. So it goes to the same idea where we were talking about the story from Alabama where the woman started a fight.
Yep.
And she started a fight with another woman. This woman the woman who started a fight was pregnant, and the woman defending herself had a gun. Guess what? She fired the gun because she was afraid for her life, and the baby died.
Yep.
She was going to be charged with manslaughter the last we met.
Yeah, well, not so much.
Not so much now.
Not so much.
Not so much.
Prosecutors in Alabama said on Wednesday that they were dropping a manslaughter charge against a woman over the death of the fetus she was carrying when she was shot in the belly in a case that stirred national outrage.
You should be consistent.
This is from the New York Times. The woman, which we didn't name then, we're not going to name now, was accused of beating up a coworker who ultimately drew a gun and fired it, wounding this lady in the stomach and killing her 5-month-old fetus. Which,
Baby.
Again, you can tell it's New York Times because they keep calling it a fetus.
It's a 5-month-old baby. In the
Old
womb.
baby. A grand jury in Jefferson County convened by District Attorney Lanice Washington dismissed charges against the co-worker, saying that she acted in self-defense, but had indicted the lady, the mother-to-be, for, quote, initiating a fight knowing she was 5 months pregnant, end quote. Under Alabama law, unborn baby is considered to have the same rights as a child who has already been born. The grand jury sought to hold someone accountable for the death, and then this lady, the would-be mother, was arrested last week. Charges against her were quickly, obviously, drew attention. But on Wednesday, the district attorney who had signed the indictment said in a brief news conference that she had weighed the evidence and decided to dismiss the case.
In other words, she found out how much outrage it was going to be on her, and she decided she wasn't going to take the case further because she didn't want to get burned.
Indeed. Quote, I have determined that it is not in the best interest of justice to pursue prosecution of the mother-to-be on manslaughter charges for which she was indicted by a grand jury.
Okay.
She told reporters, no further legal action will be taken against her in this matter, end quote.
Despite her being indicted by a grand jury, I feel like I will lose my job if I follow this process. So I'm going to drop the charges and let this woman walk free after starting a fight that then got her baby killed.
And that's exactly what it is. The very next paragraph, the decision, a reversal came after her office was flooded with angry calls and messages about the injustice of arresting a woman who was shot while allowing the person who fired the weapon to walk free.
Yeah.
One, it's called self-defense.
Yeah. The lady was defending herself. She was getting beat to a pulp, and so she shot her in the stomach, which isn't a deadly blow.
Well, it was for the baby.
But it was for the baby.
And again, we have self-defense. That's number one. Number two, it's called consistency. As we said before, if you are knowingly going to endanger your child, born or otherwise, then you should pay the price for it.
Right.
If your child dies, you need to be held responsible. Sorry, that's just how it's going to go.
Right. Your child died because of your actions. Thus, you are held responsible. That is how this is supposed to work.
It is how this is supposed to work, but it doesn't.
No,
because we have to, oh, how dare you? This poor lady got shot. You're going to get her in trouble. Yeah, she was the one that started the fight.
If you're a thief, you break into somebody's house and they shoot you while you're still in the house, but you go to the hospital because you're not dead, you're still going to get charged.
Yep.
You're still going to get charged.
That's just how it goes. Consistency.
Now,
this lady, like you said, turns around and goes, oh, I don't want to. That's just too much. There's too many people who are angry about it.
Right.
So what?
You're just a freaking wuss is what you are.
You know what this is? This is and this is the same thing as when it comes to parenting. Young child who wants something and you say no, you can't have this. Then the young child starts to whine and yell and stamp his feet and throw a temper tantrum and whine and scream and holler and blah 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 blah.
Yep.
You keep then you turn around and give in and let him have it. You know what he's going to do the next time he wants something?
Exact same thing.
Only this time he's probably not even going to wait for it. He's just going to start screaming.
Right. You say no, scream immediately.
Exactly.
Yes.
How do you do to stop that? You say no and you stick to your guns and let him scream it out. Bust his little ass. Whatever you have to do.
Right.
But
now,
you tell him and you learn him, and eventually next time he says, can I have something? And you say no, he's going to go, okay, because I don't want the consequences of either A, left scream because I'm not being listened to, or B, I'm going to get my butt whooped.
Exactly. Now,
same thing applies here.
We are talking about keeping your family safe. And in that respect, maybe you should check out The Gun Box.
The Gun Box?
That's thegunbox.com is the address for you to go to. If you use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout, you can get 10% off of your order of $159 or more.
or
Go to
more.
thegunbox.com. Mojo50 is the promo code. Look, they have multiple options. You can get the 2.0, which is the nightstand version. That's the one that you can actually screw down. You can bolt it in. You can make sure it never moves. You've got the Echo, which is for travel. You can put it in, not your carry-on, but you can put it in your checked luggage. Or you have the SJ1, and the SJ1 is amazing. It's for your shotgun, your tactical shotgun. It is set up for you to make sure that you can keep your family safe while keeping your family safe from the weapons that you use to keep them safe. The Gunbox is amazing. It gives you complete access to your weapons in an instant without allowing anybody else to do so.
Yay.
With your RFIDs, your key fobs, your card readers, the RFID ring that they have available. They also have the the finger press or the custom key code. Any of those things available to you. They look like modern art or even a modem in some cases, and they're not that expensive, guys. Keep your family safe, and keep your family safe from the tools that you use to keep your family safe.
It's weird how that works out.
I know. Go to thegunbox.com. That's thegunbox.com. Promo code Mojo50 in the at the checkout and get 10% off.
You know what? We haven't had one tweet, man.
No, not one tweet, but Virginia Jackhole says that I have triggered her tonight.
I know. And that's not hard between earworms and...
Yeah, well, she says it's going to be 1776 and Gods and Generals double feature tonight for her. That's okay. I got you, man. I'm right here for you.
Welcome.
You know what? We chose these stories because we knew that these were going to hit a spot because they hit a spot for us.
Yeah, they did. And not for nothing, tomorrow's Friday, being Free Speech Friday, we're going to just, we just open up the lines and...
You guys can call in. It'll be amazing. It'll be good times. So
we're just like, let's get it all out of the way now.
Right. And before we finish up, I do want to say one more thing. You should check out Combat Flip Flops.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, this is a double feature of the commercials because I'm running short on time already. CombatFlipFlops.com is the place to go. They are veteran-owned and operated. They've taken over plants in Afghanistan, Colombia, and Laos. And in Afghanistan specifically, they literally took over a military boot company.
I was going to ask you, when you said plants, I was going to ask what kind of plants, especially in Colombia. You got to be careful when you say plants in Colombia.
Well, it's not that sort of planting. That's more farming, and in that case, you're going to get killed anyway. But in Afghanistan, there were manufacturing plants for boots for military personnel. They took that, they revamped the entire thing. They make all the flip-flops out of these areas. They're there to help war-torn countries get back on their feet. Not only that, but they also give education and jobs to the women of the country and educations to the children of the country to make sure that these people not only do they see, the war, obviously, but they see the good side of what America can bring to them. Because the better educated they become, the more likely they'll become free over time. So go check them out today. It's combatflipflops.com, combatflipflops.com. Use the promo code DEFENDER25, DEFENDER25, and you can get 25% off on your first purchase from them. So,
sorry, I'm quick.
The Supreme Court has come out, and they have decided that they are not going to to say anything about the gerrymandering cases.
You mean the Supreme Court?
Yeah, the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said that their decision on gerrymandering was that they do not have a right, as the Supreme Court from the federal government, to say anything on state-issued gerrymandering.
I
know.
I am shocked. Shocked, I say.
I know. It's almost good enough for other sounders that we have. But my problem here with this is USA Today.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. My problem is USA Today. Okay? USA Today comes out with an opinion piece on a freaking opinion piece. They wrote an opinion piece on an op-ed.
So
They didn't write it on the actual facts of the story. They wrote an opinion piece based off of an op-ed that one of their other editors decided to write.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
And apparently they have.
Yes, I mean,
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened.
it's true.
It's so it is.
That's true.
Everyone is dumber for hearing that, just that part. I'm not going to read you the story or anything else. The one thing you need to know is the Supreme Court has just said that they do not have the jurisdiction to say anything about gerrymandering on a state-by-state basis.
Because they don't. It is
Right.
not the Supreme Court's decision, or it's not the Supreme Court's job to make decisions like that.
That's correct. And Rocky, with an eye, she said, so it's an opinion on an opinion. No, it's an opinion written about an opinion written about the court's opinion.
Virginia Jackals, play that again. Play what again?
Which one?
You got to be more specific, darling. If you
Which
saw my
sounder?
face, like,
We got a lot of them.
I've got a lot of things up here.
Full okay.
Here we go.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
You don't.
There you go. See,
That's
there's
it.
some people. It's not. Normally people get requests for songs and stuff. We get requests for sounders. But anyway, yeah, this is. You're writing an opinion piece on an opinion piece.
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
It's not as good as the one I did. But anyway,
Right,
that's
true.
you. This is what you call lazy journalism.
It's not even journalism at this point. It's just lazy.
No, you're right. This is just I want to, or even let's take it a step further. I would argue this is actually propaganda.
It is. It's pushing an agenda for political gains and means. But in this case, it's not by a political affiliation.
No, it's not. And it's not. And it's like, it's one thing to have a story or a situation come out and then turn around and have an opinion on it. That's one thing. But to turn around and have an opinion on an opinion, that's what you call a debate. Right? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the proper terminology, is that you have an opinion on an opinion that's, if it's not the same opinion, that would be an argument or a debate.
Yeah.
So, And how can you sit there and be upset at the fact that the Supreme Court is actually doing its job and saying,
it's not our job to do this.
Not my pig, not my farm. You know what I mean? We're not messing with this stuff. It's not our.
It's not how we do. We're not supposed to be in this.
It's not our job to take care of the states. It's our job to explain and to rule on to
give opinion.
Give an opinion. Thank you on matters of things as far as the Constitution is concerned. The constitutionality of something. That's it.
Yeah. In other words, it's not my bag, man.
That's it.
There's a sounder for you right there.
I know. Well, there's that one, and I need to find It's Not My Pig and Not My Farm.
Not my pig and not my farm. But we say all that to say Justin Amash,
this dude,
has apparently left the Republican Party, and he's he's trying to make a big stink about it. Dude, we left the Republican Party 5 years ago.
Yeah, been out of that sucker for a long time.
Come on, bruh. Get with the program. If you're going to be, I am going to get out of the thing. Don't make a spectacle of it. Just, stop. Just stop being a Republican. It's very easy. You can be a constitutionalist. You can be a libertarian. You can be whatever the heck you want.
That's true.
It's not that big of a deal. You're leaving a party, which means you're not going to get the full backing and support of Mitch McConnell next time you try to get elected.
Look,
which means you're probably not going to get elected.
It worked for Ross Perot.
No, it didn't. It did not work for Ross Perot at all. Guys, let's get to the bell counts for today. By the way, they're only for the show yesterday because nobody was live today, so check it out.
Yeah.
Good evening, Mojo 50. Happy 4th of July. I'm Leprechaun and here with the bell count from the show last night. 1 missed innuendo bell, 13 actual bells. Giving it an A for the day. Happy Independence Day, everybody.
That's how we do the show.
See, you realize that we're carrying the network. I'm sorry, but
Sometimes.
they're grading it on the bell curve of us. That's what they're doing.
That's it. That's how we're doing it. All right. This has been Defenders Live. Defenders Live is DOAEshow.com. You can also find us on Mojo50 at Mojo50.com. We're live Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't care about Pacific or Central Time. It's not a big deal there, whatever. You can find us anywhere you can find podcasts that you want to listen to.
Or
anyway,
what you don't.
see you tomorrow.